I was getting really scared by shit. And I mean scared like as a kid, like, kid growing up in New York. I grew up next to a building called the Stratford Arms that was a hotel for transients, is what it said on the side.
There is something unexpectedly vulnerable about hearing Jordan Peele admit that. Because before the Oscar, before Hollywood, before audiences called him a genius of modern horror, Jordan Peele was simply a frightened little boy growing up in New York, a boy whose imagination was shaped by fear. But life has a strange way of transforming pain. Fast forward to 2026. At 47 years old, Peele has turned those early shadows into a life of quiet, premium artistry. Nestled in his serene estate within Los Feliz and the Hollywood Hills, his daily life reflects a beautiful midlife maturity. His peaceful Los Angeles sanctuary is the ultimate mirror of his mind, a private space where absolute stillness gives birth to ideas that shake the world. True success arrives when a man dares to rouse his inner demons, transforming what once terrified him as a child into a global cinematic legacy. So what does the private living space and daily life of this modern-day king of horror films in Los Angeles actually look like now? And how does it nurture such a visionary soul? The answer unfolds in the quiet, historic pockets of the city, far removed from the blinding camera flashes of the paparazzi. By 2026, he has firmly established himself as a premier elite horror filmmaker on the planet, commanding an estimated net worth of $50 million. Yet, despite possessing the financial capability to live with boundless extravagance, Peele deliberately maintains a remarkably low-profile, intensely private image. He consciously funnels his energy into family life and pure creative evolution, rather than chasing the superficial vanity of the Hollywood social scene. His residence is a beautiful testament to this grounded philosophy. As famously reported by financial tracking outlets like Celebrity Net Worth, back in 2017, Jordan and his wife Chelsea Peretti paid $2.275 million to secure a property in the Los Feliz neighborhood of Los Angeles. This choice perfectly reflects his personality. The home completely avoids the flashy, mega mansion aesthetic typical of the Hollywood elite. This 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom residence offers an exquisite, timeless blend of classic architectural beauty and modern comfort. The journey begins through an unassuming entryway that opens into expansive living areas defined by rich hardwood floors, clean geometric lines, and massive floor-to-ceiling glass windows. Moving deeper into the home, the main level transitions effortlessly into a chef's kitchen outfitted with premium minimalist cabinetry and state-of-the-art appliances, designed for intimate family meals rather than grand catering events. The master suite functions as a secluded haven within a haven, featuring a spa-like bathroom and a private terrace that overlooks a lushly landscaped backyard. It is a true urban oasis, seamlessly integrating indoor and outdoor living spaces. At 47 years old, Peele's daily life centers heavily around his role as a devoted family man. Having famously eloped with actress and comedian Chelsea Peretti back in 2016, the couple now shares the profound journey of parenthood. Peele's routine is defined by intentional, quiet moments, enjoying his morning coffee, spending long, uninterrupted hours in his private study analyzing scripts, and maintaining total control over his personal schedule. In a definitive profile with Rolling Stone, he openly emphasized that family instantly became his ultimate priority after having a child, stating, "As long as we're comfortable and he's happy and my family's good, that's what's important." When crafting his complex scripts, he practices a disciplined yet free creative philosophy, choosing to follow the fun during his morning writing sessions rather than forcing a rigid structure. Today, Los Angeles is no longer a battleground for recognition. It is his personal sanctuary for mental freedom. Here, he directs his focus toward producing visionary projects through Monkey Paw Productions, such as steering highly anticipated films like Him, proving that his current lifestyle is designed to cultivate timeless art rather than pursue temporary fame. To achieve such a tranquil lifestyle and a highly respected status in Los Angeles today, where did Jordan Peele originally begin his journey? And how did the world first come to know him as a massive sketch comedy star? Long before he became the mastermind of modern cinematic terror, the entire world recognized Jordan Peele as a pure genius of laughter. His rise to national stardom exploded with the iconic sketch show Key and Peele, which aired from 2012 to 2015. Over 5 brilliant seasons, Peele and his creative partner, Keegan-Michael Key, completely flipped television comedy on its head. They created timeless masterpieces deeply embedded in pop culture, such as the legendary Substitute Teacher sketch, the hilarious East-West Bowl, and the unforgettable Obama's Anger Translator. These sketches brilliantly dissected uncomfortable racial dynamics and complex identity crises with unmatched wit, rapidly accumulating hundreds of millions of global views on YouTube. The immense cultural impact of the series earned the absolute highest praise from the entertainment industry. Archives proudly highlight that Key and Peele won the prestigious Peabody Award in 2014, with the committee praising the show for its inspired satirical commentary on our culture's racial divide and racial integration. Furthermore, the show officially won a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Variety Sketch Series in 2016, alongside racking up over 50 impressive career nominations. During this golden era, Peele's status skyrocketed to that of a beloved national comedy icon. However, despite reaching the absolute peak of fame and commanding millions of adoring fans, Jordan Peele still felt an empty void within his creative soul. He harbored a burning, unspoken hunger for cinema, specifically a lifelong obsession with the horror genre. When the show drew its final curtain at the end of 2015, instead of capitalizing on easy comedy paychecks, he chose a quiet exit. At the absolute pinnacle of his comedic fame and glory, what deep inner force drove Jordan Peele to make such a daring leap? That force was an urgent, burning need to unmask the hidden terrors of real life, transforming the very shadows that scared him as a child into a revolutionary cinematic weapon. In 2017, Jordan Peele unleashed his debut feature film, Get Out, a psychological horror thriller that left the global film industry completely paralyzed with shock. The story follows a young black man visiting his white girlfriend's family estate, slowly uncovering a grotesque, horrifying secret of systemic possession and polite, undercover racism. Produced on a modest budget of just $4.5 million US, Get Out exploded into a massive cultural phenomenon, eventually raking in over $255 million US worldwide. Suddenly, the familiar face of the lighthearted comedy star vanished. In his place stood an uncompromising auteur who weaponized terror to dissect the deepest, darkest fractures of American society. Film critics heavily praised the masterpiece for its slow-burning tension, meticulous pacing, shocking twists, and piercing social messages. Peele instantly earned his crown as a top horror filmmaker by completely rewriting the rules of the genre. He rejected cheap jump scares and mindless gore, introducing mainstream Hollywood to a refined wave of elevated horror, a subgenre where psychological dread is inextricably fused with deep social commentary. By using cinema to explore taboo subjects like racism, identity, capitalism, and media exploitation, he forced audiences to leave the theater not just terrified, but deeply haunted by self-reflection. This visionary approach single-handedly ignited a modern social horror movement, proving that horror could be high art. This historic turning point was immortalized at the 2018 Academy Awards. Journalistic headlines around the world celebrated as Jordan Peele officially made history, becoming the first black screenwriter to win the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay for Get Out. The film also captured prestigious nominations for Best Picture and Best Director, a rare feat for any horror film. Peele quickly proved this triumph was no fluke. He followed his debut with Us in 2019, a chilling horror film exploring internal doppelgangers and societal inequality, and Nope in 2022, a sci-fi spectacle horror that brilliantly satirized humanity's toxic obsession with spectacle and the dangerous exploitation of imagery. This flawless track record has firmly cemented Jordan Peele as one of the most powerful, influential, and respected cinematic voices in modern Hollywood. When he has stood on the peak of both creative worlds, from comedy to horror, how has that brilliant public career seamlessly merged with his private family sanctuary to create a truly fulfilling lifestyle in Los Angeles 2026? The truth is, behind the twisted, haunting psychology of his horror masterpieces lies an incredibly ordinary marriage filled with deep understanding and abundant laughter. Jordan Peele and Chelsea Peretti, a brilliant comedian in her own right, universally adored as Gina Linetti in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, initially connected through Twitter back in 2013. They dated quietly away from the public eye before securing a lifetime partnership. According to an article in People magazine, the couple chose to bypass the traditional Hollywood wedding, eloping privately in Big Sur in 2016, with their pet dog serving as the only living witness. Reflecting on the profound comfort of their bond, Peretti once beautifully shared, "I know this is just a perfect situation because every day it gets better." Because both are elite creative artists, Peretti possesses an innate, deep understanding of the immense professional pressure her husband shoulders. She has remained an unwavering pillar of public and private support, proudly standing by his side at high-profile film premieres and frequently dropping her trademark witty, affectionate commentary across social media. In 2017, their private world expanded beautifully with the birth of their son, Beaumont Gino Peele, solidifying a quiet, protected family sanctuary right in the heart of Los Angeles. Despite juggling massive multi-million-dollar film productions, Jordan Peele fiercely protects his boundaries to prioritize his family. Becoming a father fundamentally shifted his universe. Peele openly expressed the pure magic of watching his child grow, noting, "Every day is a joy. You just get a little bit more of the person. Seeing that smile or recognition is everything." He intentionally structures his filmmaking schedule around his household, viewing his son's laughter as the ultimate antidote to the exhausting mental demands of writing psychological dread. This family foundation serves as the essential emotional anchor that keeps Peele spiritually grounded. When he stood before the entire world to accept his historic 2018 Academy Award for Get Out, he deliberately used his limited stage time to honor his wife, stating, "My wife, who supported me through this whole process." Having a partner like Peretti, who shares both his creative drive and sharp sense of humor, allows him to survive the cutthroat nature of Hollywood without losing his inner peace. The couple's shared comedic spirit also beautifully disarms the dark intensity of his work. Peretti once hilariously joked that Get Out was actually a documentary about their own family, perfectly showcasing the deep empathy and lightness they share behind closed doors. Ultimately, this tight-knit family unit infuses Peele with the long-term emotional resilience to continuously create ground-shaking art without ever burning out. Having traveled a remarkably long road from the heights of mainstream comedy to the deep, lingering shadows of psychological horror, what is the ultimate definition of a lifestyle, of true, authentic happiness for Jordan Peele in this year of 2026? It is the rare and beautiful ability to command the highest peaks of Hollywood while remaining completely anchored by the quiet warmth of his family sanctuary. Jordan Peele has proved that true luxury isn't found in flashy mega mansions or chasing continuous celebrity validation, but in mastering one's own time, protecting those they love, and having the courage to continuously reinvent their soul. What are your thoughts on Jordan Peele's incredible evolution from a beloved comedy star to an elite horror filmmaker and the private, grounded lifestyle he chooses to live in Los Angeles today? We would love to read your reflections in the comments below.